Dzień dobry, Maciej Mazański, portal eurowizja.org, a tuż obok mnie postać, której chyba nie trzeba przedstawiać, postać, która wzbudza bardzo wiele emocji. Jedni ją kochają, inni nienawidzą. Co ma do przekazania? Kim jest tak naprawdę? Mam nadzieję, że ta rozmowa w jakimś stopniu odpowie na te pytania. Hello, Conchita.
Hi.
You just arrived to Poland, to Warsaw. How are your first impressions? I've heard that you had quite unusual interview in one of the Warsaw flats.
You heard it? You've been there.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
Now everyone knows. That was fun. I arrived yesterday and unfortunately it's always the same once I arrive somewhere. I've never been before. Most of the time my schedule is very tight. Which I really accept thankfully, because you journalists could have said, who is this person? We don't want to talk to her. But I'm busy and that's beautiful. And on the other side, I have to come back to see more. And then I'm able to tell some stories. And yes, I've been to this very interesting interview, which I probably got the best surprise I've ever received during an interview, because people listen. This guy set up a whole nightclub basically with dancers and performed for me my song Firestorm.
When you think about Poland, what's the first association? What's the first thought that you have? Do you know any famous Polish people?
Oh my God. Do I? Probably I do, and I don't. Well, what's my first thought? I was very excited about the invitation, and I love to accept it because a huge part of my fans are from Poland, and so this was very exciting to get so many lovely letters after I accepted the invitation and after we, revealed that I'm gonna be here. And so I was very excited about visiting Warsaw and Kielce. And yeah, I'm going to have a meet and greet today as well. So that's really exciting. Now I'm collecting my Polish memories.
Good. You have fans in Poland, but also when I look at Polish society, I think there are also many people who just don't understand you. Yeah. So would you mind if we do a little bit of introduction to Conchita, sure, to help people understand who you are?
Of course.
So my question is, who is Thomas Neuwirth and who is Conchita, and what are differences between them?
Okay, listen. I had a little career in 2007 as Tom. I participated at a casting show in Austria, and I got, a person of the public eye. And I love being on stage, but I didn't really like people come up to me in my private life. And I would not understand back then that this is part of the deal. If you decide to be in the public eye, you're basically in job the moment you step out of your flat or your house or whatever. So over the years, I decided that I need to be on stage because I love singing and I love music, but I wanted to have a private life. And this is why I created this stage persona. Because also as Tom, I never felt this free on stage. I always had the need to hold back a bit. But as Conchita, I can be louder and larger and over the top, which I love. And I feel just more comfortable. In the public eye. I feel beautiful, I feel comfortable and elegant, and in my private life I do regular things like, paying my bills and doing the dishes and the laundries, meeting my friends, and I enjoy having a private life without anyone recognizing me.
Why did you choose this particular image? Why bearded lady?
Oh, that was in first place, if I'm honest, of practical reasons, because I hosted a show in 2010 as the bearded lady, and that was every Saturday, and I tried out new eye makeup when I got this invitation to host a show, and I tried out new eye makeup, and I was not shaved, and I thought, oh, that looks actually nice. And then I asked my friend, she is like the chief of this burlesque show that I hosted, and I asked her, well, would you be okay with having a bearded lady as your host? And she said, well, of course. And so it was basically because I didn't want to shave. And after this decision, I found out that even in this burlesque community, where you might think that people are very open-minded, I got questions. Why do you have a beard? And if you want to be a drag queen, drag queens don't have a beard. That's not, that's not how it should be. And I thought, even in this society, even in this community, you're judging me because I decided to be who I want to be. My parents always told me to follow simple rules. Don't hurt anyone and be respectful. And this is what I do. I'm not hurting anyone with my look, and I'm respectful. And we only got this one life, and you better make it fabulous. And this is what I did. I found my truth, my way of seeing myself in the mirror, and it makes me happy. And the fact that I have a private life and a life in the limelight, I enjoy everything I do so much. I love being on stage, and I love sitting at home and have a pizza.
I really like the music that you do. I think you are a great performer, great singer. But many people say that the only reason that you are so popular right now is your image, and that it is so controversial. What would you say to that?
I would say that they are kind of right, because it's my first album. I've never had a repertoire before, so you can't really Google or YouTube my former music, you know what I mean? So these are my first steps into the music industry, and I created this album out of a very selfish way, because I wanted to entertain myself, and I wanted to do something that I enjoy, because I think that's just the way it should work, right? You should love what you do, and then you do it at your best. And this is what I try as well. People, my fans love my album, which is beautiful, and everyone who does not want to listen to it, feel free to ignore it, and even if people more interested in my look, I'm not mad about it, because it's also part of me. I have so many different interests, and I'm so thankful that my fan base is so colorful as well, because many people enjoy me singing, many people enjoy me on the runway, others enjoy me while giving interviews or having a speech, for example, at the European Parliament, So I just love that I'm able to get so many people at different parts when it comes to their interests, So I'm totally fine with all the opinions.
Okay, so talking about your album, who is the author, the composer of the songs that we can hear there?
Many different. I have some of the songs are written by one of my producers. Some of them are written by a Swedish songwriter. And it was a very intense journey, because you have to imagine, I received these demo songs, and I don't write them my own, but they have to become my own. So I get this demo song, and I'm working with my musical team very hard to create this song as not just as it would be mine, it should become mine, So it's a whole process where I'm involved with the songwriters, because obviously I have ideas, and I don't know if they are fine with it, because it's their work, and then somebody comes and says, well, yeah, but I love it, but I would love it more like this, So this was the whole journey, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm very proud that I delivered it.
You are talking a lot about your beliefs, about your attitude to life. And there's one thing that I'm really curious about. Do you believe in God?
I believe in a higher spirit. I do. Probably what I would explain now, another one would say, yeah, this is God, or this is, what I mean, in the belief in something bigger than we all are. I do have that. I don't follow a certain religion, although I respect each and every religious beliefs, because it gives strength to the people, which is important. And my mother is a religious person, and she believes that God created us all, and how could he love someone more or less, because he created everyone, so this is a beautiful way of seeing it. But although I didn't really found my, how can I say, I just know that there is something stronger than we are, and then I believe in myself.
Okay, I see. When you won Eurovision in Copenhagen, when you were on the stage, you said, we are unity and we are unstoppable. And honestly, for me, it sounded kind of scary, because it sounded kind of like a battle cry, that we are unstoppable, So please, could you explain to me who exactly is this unity that you are talking about, and should anyone who's outside this unity should be worried about that this unity is unstoppable?
Well, I didn't want to scare you. I said in the sentence before that this specific night that I won was dedicated to each and everyone who believes in a society where we don't have to a society which is not filled with hatred or prejudice. I was talking to those people who believe in a future where there is no hate, and there's respect and acceptance. So this would not just be the LGBTI community, or what I mean. It's each and everyone who believes in a society where we get along with each other as good as we can. And I think for me, being unstoppable is the fact, for me it was the decision to make my life fabulous. And this kind of makes me unstoppable, because I know who I am, I know what I want. And I decided to make my life as good as possible. And this is for me a feeling where I feel kind of unstoppable. I don't think that I am, because I think that's a way. But yeah, it's this decision that I made, basically.
You talk a lot about tolerance, and tolerance is a great thing, but it has to have its borders, lines, to not to cross. So what do you think is this border where the tolerance became something bad instead of something good?
Well, first of all, I think that the word tolerance is really pushed to its limits, because tolerance is good, but acceptance would be better. Because I don't want to be tolerated. I want to be accepted like everybody else. And definitely there are things happening that are not acceptable. But for me, it leads back to my parents. Those people who are not acceptable to me are breaking the rules. And the rules are being respectful and don't hurt anybody. And this is basically it, So obviously it's a long way to go. And I'm not naive that I think that I could change anything. I just speak out my mind, and I just tell everyone my story of the truth, which is not the ultimate truth, because many people would disagree with what I have to say. This is the way that I see the world, and I love to focus on the positive things in life. And so here I'm sitting and telling you how I see it.
Okay, and what's your next biggest dream goal to achieve?
Oh, well, you know, as a singer, for me, it's
Grammy?
definitely a Grammy. Totally. You know, I don't know if I ever receive a Grammy, and I don't know if I reach that goal, but I know that on my way there, I will experience so many things, and I know that even if I don't get a Grammy, that I will collect so many beautiful memories and experience that they are probably worth more than 100 Grammys.
Will we see ever again Tom on stage?
I don't know. Never say never. I don't think so for now, because I love being Conchita, you know. But who knows? Maybe in 20 years I'm over high heels and lashes.
You mentioned good memories, so I wish you that this stay in Poland will be a good memory that you'll keep in your heart.
I'm sure. It already started quite good.
So have a lot of fun. Thank you very much for answering my questions.
Thank you.
And yeah, just have fun. Enjoy Poland.
Thank you so much.